Hi, good evening. Welcome along to the Transfer Show. So, we're just 8 days into the window, but there are plenty of deals bubbling along. To go through it all with us tonight, Mark McAdam and James Savundra. We've got the top team. Here is what's coming up. Antoine Semenyo is having a medical as we speak before his proposed move to Manchester City. Right, let's start in Manchester, where Antoine Semenyo is currently having a Manchester City medical before a £64 million move from Bournemouth. Ben Ransom is in Manchester and has the latest. Ben.
Still very much the waiting game as we wait on Manchester City to announce confirmation of this signing. What we do know is that Antoine Semenyo has been here at the training ground for most of the afternoon. He started his medical having arrived in Manchester this morning at a nearby clinic and then had the second part of his medical here at the training ground behind me. Expected to be in there for around 90 minutes or so, even though, as you can see, it's mostly in darkness now. The deal between the clubs is a fee of £62.5 million plus a potential £1.5 million of additional bonuses. That's slightly less than the £65 million release clause that expires tomorrow. The fee will be paid over 2 years, which from a Manchester City perspective is really helpful. But there is a sell-on clause as well, which Bournemouth have. And let's not forget, from the very start of this window, this move seemed inevitable. It was very quickly that fee was agreed between the two clubs. But Bournemouth were able to convince City that they would allow Semenyo to play these crucial 3 matches to start the month of January, including, of course, last night's victory, Semenyo scoring the winner in front of his home fans at the Vitality Stadium. The perfect send-off in many ways for a player who has become a real crowd favourite at Bournemouth. They've done well in the sense that this is their record sale. They've got more money in this window than they would have done, or certainly than they were offered in the summer transfer window. And of course, they've got all of Semenyo's goals up until this point. But moving forwards, we're just waiting for the confirmation. The training ground has been a hive of activity of coming and goings over the last hour or two, including production company have gone in as well, potentially to film a promo video. We know how important they are to player announcements. We now wait and watch and wait for Manchester City to confirm what will be a fantastic bit of business for them at a crucial part of this Premier League season.
Thank you, Ben. Fantastic bit of business, he says. Mark, how good a signing is this? Right, before the break, some news just in from Manchester United. They've just confirmed.
Yes, I was surprised. I mean, it amazes me how mature he is for his age. You know, I watched him in the summer in the FIFA Club World Cup when he played there for Palmeiras. But to expect him to come to England, a new country, new language, new environment, and then start off so well, that did surprise me a little bit. But, you know, you meet him and he's a really humble guy and he's got a great family behind him, around him. So he's very settled in here in London or in Cobham. And so, and he's an exciting player. I mean, when I first watched him in the States, you know, I was like, wow, this is special talent. And he's slowly developing because, let's not forget, he's still very, very young. Yeah. But he has so many skills and attributes, and he's only going to get better as well. So he's going to be a top player.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as a manager, right, this may seem like a silly question, but if the game's a little bit dull and you are looking for that injection, are you thinking about a player that the crowd all of a sudden are going, we've all been waiting to see him?
Well, of course, you always got that in the back of your mind, a sort of armoury as a manager, to kind of have a player that can lift the stadium. I mean, I had a talent at Newcastle in Ben Arthur who had that same, the excitement around him was like perhaps above his ability even. Yeah. But
shockwaves are rippling across the football world as reports emerge that Antoine Semenyo's highly anticipated move to Manchester City has dramatically collapsed at the Etihad. Rumors suggest that the powerful Ghanaian forward was unable to successfully pass his medical examinations, instantly throwing the much-anticipated deal into serious doubt. Fans and pundits alike are left stunned, as a transfer that seemed nearly certain now hangs by a thread. The drama intensified when talk circulated that Pep Guardiola has reportedly decided to back away from the transfer, choosing not to proceed after the surprising medical setback. Social media has erupted with reactions, debates, and heated discussions, with supporters of both the club and the player trying to make sense of this sudden twist. Semenyo, widely admired for his blistering pace, energy, and game-changing ability, now faces uncertainty at a moment when a major career step seemed imminent. Questions now dominate the football world. Is the deal truly dead, or could another unbelievable twist emerge before the transfer window closes? Regardless of what happens next, this saga has already become one of the most explosive and talked about transfer stories of the season. Football fans everywhere are watching closely, waiting to see how Semenyo's future will unfold in the coming days.